Yeah. Uncle Plug TV, we tap now. Turn that camera on, let's talk, man. Every plug got a story from me. Uncle Plug TV, we lit, no capping. Talk that game, whole city tapping. From the trap to the mic, he's snapping. Plugged in deep, that fat, no whacking. Yeah. Uncle Plug TV, that motion. Boss type talk, real life devotion. They try hit like a potion. Whole team up, now we coasting. Came from the bottom, made it look easy. OG vibes, but the flow too breezy. Talk money moves, never move greasy. Knowledge and hustle, the combo too beastly. Camera was rolling, he speaking that truth. Been through the struggle, we showing the proof. From them late nights, grinding in the booth to the podcast. Now we voice of the youth.
Welcome back to Uncle Plug TV, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Now let's get to the show. Welcome back to Uncle Plug TV. I am your host, Uncle Plug, and I am here to talk these sports today. We normally do this on Monday, but Monday was a different day, man. Had to go to work, got off work, didn't have no time, but we're still here, and we still are going to present. I'm waiting on my big dog to step up in the building, and guess what? My man is here. TEZ, what's good, baby boy?
How we doing?
Man, we are great, man. We are great, man. They see tonight I have on my pink Bucks hat. Because as you can see on the bottom of my name, it says, "We need to do better." On Sunday,
I am leaving the gig right now, so I'm trying to get this mic together.
Yeah. I can hear you coming in loud and clear. You coming in loud and clear. I'm glad my boy to step foot in the business.
Yeah.
This is my homeboy TEZ down.
Yes,
Yes. Give a round of applause for my boy. Man. My boy, hey, you can always go on YouTube. You can check out my boy TEZ down. He is a part of the Raw Society Coalition. That's my brother. And we are here and we are live in effect tonight. And we are here to talk about these Bucks. He is a Bucks fan just like myself. Hey, what's up, Classic already in the chat? My boy. Welcome, man. You know, you always welcome, Classic. Yeah, man. But dog, we had a tough one this weekend, man. That shouldn't have been that damn tough, bro.
I mean, to be honest, if you watch the game all over again, aside from the fact that Josh Allen just decided to have one of those weeks where he was unstoppable, it was a great game.
It was, but we still, bro. They be prepared for our type of defense, bro. We blitz 75% of the time, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand the law of attrition, right? So Josh Allen being as big as he is, like at some point, y'all gonna get tired of rushing him because he got big guys that are protecting him too.
That's true.
I mean, he had 3 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing touchdowns. It's hard to do anything with that. He had a career day.
No lie. The boy had 6 total touchdowns. That's abuse. You think after the game that they had prior to this week, bro, you think he wasn't gonna come in and mean straight business? He the reigning MVP. What you expect?
Facts.
I mean, but who can we point fingers at?
I mean, the only person to really point fingers at in this one is the defensive coordinator for not switching up the scheme.
Okay. Now, I've been a Bucs fan for quite some time. I'm going to ask you a question. Who's the defensive coordinator?
I just forgot his name, man. It's been a long day. I just forgot his name. I was just talking about him earlier. I was talking about him on the other show.
Yeah.
You're on.
You want me to look him up?
Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians has gone from the team.
Yeah, he's gone from the team. He used to be a special advisor, but now he's gone. Let me go and look him up real quick. Let me see. Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive coordinator. George Edwards.
Don't tell me yet. George Edwards is not the real defensive coordinator.
No,
It's Todd Bowles.
it's Todd Bowles.
Yeah, it's the head coach's problem. Like
Yeah,
I'm telling you that right now. Like he's not the real D coordinator. That's why we barely even remember him. It's Todd
yeah,
Bowles because it's kind of like when Lovie Smith was the head coach of the Bears. Lovie
yeah.
Smith was the real D coordinator.
He was a real
He
D
wasn't
coordinator.
calling offense, right? He was a defensive coach. You know what I mean? Ron Rivera, a defensive coach. He's not calling
Defensive coach.
offense.
Well, he was both all of them were defensive players.
Yeah, like they're not calling the offense, they're calling the defense.
Yeah, they call him the defense. He has absolutely. You don't never see him talk to Baker. You'll never see him talk to Mike. You never see him talk to Chris. You
That's
never
why
see
he
him
don't talk to
Boogie.
them. That's why he don't talk to them.
You don't talk to him.
He calls the defense. So Todd Bowles is the reason why the Buccaneers lost. It wasn't the players on
Yeah,
the field this time. It's Todd Bowles. He didn't have a good enough scheme to counteract what they was doing. It's 11 on 11 plus coaches.
yeah, and that's tough, my dude. That's tough, my dude. To be honest with you, that's tough. And really, our defensive scheme has to change. That's fine. Like if you're going against like young quarterbacks, first year, second year quarterbacks, and they're not used to it. They got horrible coaching. But like us going against New England, you know, Vrabel know how to get around that.
Josh Allen.
I mean, McDermott know how to get around that. They know how to get around that. And they took that scheme. We went in with the same philosophy, first half and second half, and they exposed it. And there's no change in the defense, bro. And they were exposing it, bro.
But that's why it doesn't work.
I know. And week to week, they're going to be prepared. When they come see us, they be like, okay, only thing we got to do is outscore.
Yeah, they didn't make an adjustment. I mean, you have to think the offense did their thing. Anytime the offense does their thing, and so many points are put up by a defense, you have to start questioning, or so many points are allowed by the defense. You have to start questioning if they're calling the right stuff. And from the looks of it, they're not calling the right stuff.
Not at all. And our weakest point is our secondary. The weakest portion of our defense is the secondary. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Zion McCollum. I didn't even look at Zion McCollum the way I look at Jamal Dean. And Dean's been playing better football than Zion McCollum. He happened to get injured, left the game. Benjamin Morrison is I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know what his strong points are, but it ain't defending.
It's the only thing I can think of is intangibles.
What's that? He went to Notre Dame?
I mean, that's basically like when a coach sees you and the coach says, like, oh, he should be on the field even though he ain't got no numbers.
Shit.
There are some guys, every once in a while, like there is a guy that comes along and his metric is going to be the fact that people don't throw to him or don't run towards him. But I'm not exactly sure if that's the case with this guy. That's the only thing that I can think of.
I can't. I truly can't. I really can't see what his point is. I really can't see where his I don't understand where his strong points are. I don't see it, bro. They was attacking him the whole time. The whole time, bro. We ain't getting enough pressure on the ball. By the third quarter, I can see by the middle third quarter, we were spent. We were spent. There's not enough rotation on the line. If we're gonna do this, we got to make sure that that front seven, we got 14. What Classic said? Classic said the Cowboys find a way into the playoffs. Y'all are cooked. Man, stop it. Boy, stop. Be for real. Take a look at the division, bro. Take a look at the division, bro.
I mean, these are all easily fixable things that Tampa can fix. So
Easy way.
I'm not really worried
Easy way.
about Tampa. You know, they ran up against Josh Allen having a career day. Let's not forget they picked him off twice.
Yeah.
If he like, it wasn't like he just did whatever he wanted in the game.
No.
He threw 2 interceptions in that game.
That pressure, not. I'm telling you off the top, that pressure do cause problems. It does cause disruption.
Yeah, like he just had a career game.
But
Like
it's just
obviously Ty Bowles should have switched something up, but he just had a
definitely
career game. Like 1 interception is rare. 2 interceptions is like this might not happen.
right. But you got to drop them off in coverage and then spot. That's it. See,
That
I'm
and
gonna
control
tell
all
you
the
the missing
weekend
element.
backs.
Can I tell you the missing element?
Yes, sir.
Hassan Reddick
Yep.
and a linebacker like Devin White. That's sideline to sideline.
Yep. I mean, well,
Like for
injuries are
real.
gonna plague any team. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not making any excuses for the injuries. You know, the injuries are gonna plague any team in the NFL or pretty much any league in
Every time.
general. You
Every
know,
time.
I hate hearing it because people are like, oh, well, if we wasn't hurt, but y'all was.
Yeah,
You know
you
what
were
I'm
hurt.
saying? Like,
You got to deal with
if we
that.
wasn't injured, well, if you can't live off of that. They gotta
Yeah.
adjust. They
You
gotta
got to make
adjust.
adjustments.
Right. And I think that like they have plenty of opportunities because they are a younger team. You know what I mean? They are a younger team. They got a bunch of dynamic and explosive rookies on both sides of the ball. They just
Right.
need to be they need to understand that like okay that for lack of better words that ass whooping was coming. Anytime you get a guy like Josh Allen going against a young secondary,
Yeah.
you know he's gonna test them, and his coach is gonna be like, well, you Josh Allen, you can do whatever you want. That's exactly
Yeah.
what they did. He's like it didn't matter if he got a 3 and out. He came back on the next series and then lost the ball 45 yards 2-3 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one, it's a lack of respect for the defense, but two, it's knowing that okay, these guys are young, they're not gonna know how to take this, and
Yeah.
he gonna knock them off their square. I would
Mm.
not say this happened 10 out of 10 times. I would
Well,
say at the very least this is a 50-50 problem.
well, after the game, after the game, there was a post that was put up. And I'm gonna read this to you. And because it was quite a long post. And but he had stated like straight up, he knew he was gonna lose some followers behind this. And I get it. He said the Buccaneers need to part ways with Todd Bowles after this season, no matter what, playoffs or not. This team will never go anywhere with Todd Bowles as their head coach. This team has been stuck in a giant revolving door, and the Buccaneers will never get out of it as long as Todd Bowles is the head coach. Todd Bowles gets saved every year due to a very bad division where we make the playoffs at 9-8 or 10-7. And then are wiped out in the playoffs early. Defense looks good against bad teams, but loses us games against the good teams. Rinse and repeat process. Being able to beat down the Saints and the Falcons twice a year isn't going to last forever. Look at the Panthers. They're becoming a real threat to the Buccaneers. How do you feel?
I mean, some of that is right,
Go
some
ahead,
of that is hyperbole. I mean, 10-7 is not a bad record, and that's parity in the National Football League. So, what do you expect them to go 15-2? No, that's not going to happen for every team. That's not even going to happen for 3 teams. It never does. I mean, that's number one. These armchair quarterbacks that like to say stuff like this, you know, it's a discredit to all the guys in the league that are working their butts off to get where they're going. As far as
Right.
Todd Bowles goes, Todd Bowles is stubborn. We understand that. That's why he got hired. I'm not even defending him. I'm telling people reality is much more important than hyperbole. Reality is much more important. The reality of the fact is there's a bunch of guys hurt. The reality of the fact is there's a bunch of guys that are stubborn. And the reality of the fact is it's easier to beat a team this way when they have a defensive coordinator as their head coach. It's way easier to beat a team with a defensive coordinator as a head coach. If you don't believe me, go look at all the guys who are defensive coordinators and tell me how many Super Bowls they have won versus guys that were offensive coordinators and became head coaches. The numbers don't lie.
It's understood.
As a head coach, I'll tell you why. As a head coach who's defensively minded, you are going to ignore your offense. Who spends the majority of the time on the field? The offense. Unless you are bad. If you are bad, then your defense is on the field more than your offense.
That's true. That's true.
Let's
That's
face it.
true.
You
But
cannot rely on your defense
I
to score
really ain't.
points.
But I can't. I'm telling you, looking back at the game, and I'm looking at Baker Mayfield, and I'm looking at Baker, and I'm looking at this connection between him and Booker. It ain't looking solid to me, man.
I mean,
He's
Ed Booker needs
forcing
to,
it
needs to catch the
every
football.
week. But Ed Booker ain't got that. He ain't got that dog in him, bro. I'm sorry. This might be unpopular opinion because everybody ride little buddy job. I don't know what it is, but the prayer and you know what I mean. Whatever he got going on off the field, it's not resonating as dog when I see him, bro. He
Ed
ain't
Booker
got
needs
no,
he needs therapy.
yeah,
He needs therapy. He needs therapy. He has imposter syndrome. Like I've been watching and paying attention to what the stuff that he's been saying. He has imposter syndrome. He doesn't
yeah,
believe that he's as good as he is. He doesn't know
yeah,
why he's in the NFL, and he
right,
loves the sport, but he needs to believe in himself. I watched the man drop 3 open passes on Sunday. Didn't you?
yeah. He ain't
Wide
got
open.
that. You know what? Everybody been so when you are, fair skinned, saying, got great set of hair on your head and you're a handsome young man, people been kissing your ass for a long time. Ain't nobody went and really jumped in his chest, and we ain't really got no dogs out there on the field to really step to him. Cause like Rashad White ain't gonna step to him, Bucky ain't gonna step to him. Mike is injured. Chris ain't gonna step to him. We ain't really got that really apex predator. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like we ain't
they've been
really got
breeding
that.
that out.
We ain't got no gritty cats. You know what I'm saying out there
Well, they've been
that
breeding that out
that
the
can,
league, man. Like you got to understand that too. Like I brought this up before in sports, they have bred out the quote unquote underprivileged guy who came from the street. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? They have bred it out. And there are still some guys left, but you hardly ever got a street guy on a team anymore. Like all of these guys have been pampered, and if they
yeah,
wasn't pampered, he came from a hard time. Well, he was adopted by another family who was rich. What are you
yeah.
talking about?
It's a
Like,
bunch
no
of
offense to anybody, I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying.
it's a bunch of ass smacking and high fiving, bro. That's all I'm seeing. It's a bunch of ass smacking and high fiving. Ain't nobody getting in nobody chest snatching, nobody by their face mask, ain't nobody snatching, nobody up by their shoulder pads say, what is wrong with you, bro? Where that dog at? We ain't got no dog. The only dog we really got on our team, and he's quiet, is Sean Tucker. I've been screaming Sean Tucker since last year before. Sean Tucker is the only dog we got on our team. Bucky's a hell of a player. Bucky's a dog, but he ain't that apex. Sean Tucker need about 3 more games. And Classic, let me address you, Classic. Let me address you. You said Cowboys will find their way into the playoffs. Let me go and put this up there. You said Cowboys will find their way into the playoffs. And we could. You said, yeah, y'all are beneficiary of a bad division. And y'all are cooked. Okay. 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 And now you say, I agree. Y'all are dogless. Now let me address this. Y'all got the defending Super Bowl champions in y'all division. And it's understood. Y'all got the defending Super Bowl champion. Rest of that shit is what? Huh? Talk to me. Everybody got to rebuild. And our division just rebuilding. When I checked, the Panthers beat y'all. Huh? Huh? Well, yeah, big dog. Talk to me. What you say? We got plenty of dogs. Yeah, okay. And that's why we gonna sneak it to the playoffs. I figured last night win, I had y'all acting like that. Y'all played the Las Vegas Raiders, bruh. Calm down, bruh. Calm down. Okay, we started late this shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that. We have transcended winning and losing. We are the Cowboys. Man, what? Stop. Big Scope say 9-3-5 with 10 games to go. Hey, let me tell you something, bro. I knew. I believe it. Y'all. He said, y'all gonna talk about us no matter what. I understand. Bro. I'm with you 1,000. But y'all beat the Raiders. This is the first game where y'all played somebody that y'all was supposed to beat and actually beat them. Y'all at full strength. With the exception of Jadon Blue, who I think is a fucking flop. Everything out of Texas that came out last year, flop. That was a wasted draft pick. I said it. Wasted draft pick. Everything else, I think with the exception of the young man, may rest in peace, Mr. Nealon, who passed away, that gave y'all a little, you know what I mean? Gave y'all a little oomph for last night. I can understand that, bro. I can understand that y'all came out, y'all had that 5 under y'all. You know what I'm saying? Somebody probably shuffled some of them Las Vegas chips over there to the Las Vegas Raiders and let them lay down a little bit. Y'all got y'all a 31-3 victory. Y'all beat a team that was supposed. They laying down, bro. They trying to get draft picks, bro. They trying to get first pick in the draft. They probably trying to go after Fernando Mendoza. Y'all beat a team that had 27 starting quarterbacks in 4 years. 27. Y'all was supposed to beat them, Classic. We just played Josh Allen, the reigning MVP. It's understood. Yeah, we down right now. We got a whole lot of injuries, but at the end of the day, hey, slow down now. Slow down now. These last 4 or 5 years, bro, we've been in the playoffs. Boy, talk to me. Talk to me, Classic. You say he's cheeks? I think there's a lot of people out there that agree with you. Standing on that. I hear you, big dog. Hey. I hear you, big dog. That's ain't shit, but Tony Romo. When it comes to championships, understood. Making it to the playoffs, that's understood. But Tony Romo ain't got no MVP. Tony Romo is Tony Romo. Tony Romo. We look good, win or lose. And that's how you should stand behind your team. That is what I call fandom, sir. That is exactly what I call fandom, sir. Let's drop one of Plugg bombs for my boy Classic Coles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love the way you stand by your team, though. I do the same thing, man. Win, lose, or draw. But today I got the pink hat on today because we played like some hoes. I said what I said, and I stand on that. I stand on that, my brother. I stand on that. Big Sco say, yeah, Josh Allen definitely didn't deserve MVP last year. Lamar should have won that hands down. His number were way better. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you why. Big Sco, I'm gonna tell you why he didn't win. Lamar didn't win MVP last year. 2 words. Derrick Henry. That's it. He said, yeah, y'all was playing like some hoes. You can't talk like that, class. I can talk about my team like that. You can't do that, class. Because right now we 6-4. And y'all got a tie. Who the fuck get ties? Tie go around your neck. So stop with the bullshit. Ties go around your neck, playboy. Okay? Are we clear? Ties go around your neck, my boy. You hear me? Y'all got ties. We still tough. We just gotta find that dog. That's it. We just gotta find that dog. It just is what it is. We just gotta find that dog. Just simple as that. Baker back there looking timid, but Baker been hurt. Baker been playing hurt for 3 weeks, y'all. This will make the 4th week he's been injured. And he's still putting up numbers. And the only thing that really matters, like we can sit back and we can talk about this all day. We can shoot the shit about it all day. What really comes down to the bottom line is division games. I don't give a damn about none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? What you say, Big Skull? My team 500, but they're definitely making the playoffs. Who your squad? Who your squad, Big Skull? You ain't a Bears fan, is you? The Bears looking good right now. The Bears looking damn good right now. Who your team, Big Skull? Oh, the Ravens? Oh, I'm gonna leave that up there. Hey, here we go. Let me remove that. And then we put that. Yeah, there we go. My boy. Hey, Big Skull, I had already said that the Ravens were gonna come back and steal the North. I had already said that. Go and check the last one. I said the Ravens are gonna come back and beat the North. Oh, we got another Raven in here. Salty. Oh, I forgot she's a Raven. We got the 2 Ravens. Okay. All right, calm down. But that's the reason why he didn't win it. Josh Allen did more with less, brother. Josh Allen did more with less, my brother. Josh Allen did more with less, my brother. You got volume, brother? Say something. Mic check.
Oh yeah, I was letting you talk.
Oh no. I'll just check it. It's about the flock. I hear you, Big Skull. But the reason why we here is not to talk shit about each other's teams. If y'all can see, the title of this episode,
I don't have anything to say about the Cowboys.
Nah. The hell with the Cowboys. Tell me to stop.
I got nothing to say.
We hear enough from FS1 to ESPN. We hear enough about them damn Cowboys. Enough about the boys.
At least when it comes to me, there's 2 things. Number 1, my guys lost this week. I can't say too much when my guys lost and somebody else won. But number 2, if you see me, you got to beat me. So good luck.
And
I'm not saying we ain't got no dog. Baker Mayfield is a dog. And anybody that says that Baker Mayfield is not a dog does not watch football.
Baker Mayfield is a dog. What I don't see, like, to be honest with you, totally honest with you, he said, see you soon. See, when? You talking about the Cowboys? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Clarify, clarify, Mr. Cole, Mr. Classic. Yeah, they paid it for robbing SHEDEUR like that for over 200,000 worth of stuff. Oh yeah, I heard he got robbed.
Yeah,
Man, that's going
he got robbed while he was at the game.
playoffs. Playoffs.
He was trying to win a game.
Playoffs.
He's trying to win a game.
Bro, let me tell you something. Y'all got win your damn division. Cause you gotta to get that wild card. Y'all have, brother, y'all got a 7% chance. He says, see y'all suckers soon. Class, you funny, dog. Hey, bro, all our last games after the Rams is pretty sweet. Everybody, man, y'all got a soft schedule. Y'all got hell to pay. The way y'all played last night, y'all better play for the rest of the season. Because y'all schedule is hell. What the look at y'all schedule?
That's
pulling up with stars on our helmet and goals in our mouth. only CD. The rest of these guys, man, got veneers. they ain't thugging like that. They ain't thugging like that, Classic. They ain't thugging like that. We smacking everybody. I hear you, girl. I want to see it. I'm really here for it. I ain't never been no Cowboy hater.
Never. Cool.
I ain't never been no Cowboy hater.
Can't hate winners.
But y'all don't get in my way, though. Just don't get in my way. I ain't no Raven hater. Just don't get in my way.
I would not hate winners. I don't do that.
I'm here to tell you. But we got to talk about it, man. We got to talk about it.
I guess.
Man.
Well, I was going to put this new mic up, but I got to figure this out.
Take your time, brother. I'm going to get this set up.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Because that ain't it.
It's gonna be done tomorrow. So
this is it right here, brother. We're here to talk about this young brother right here, man. We're here to talk about this young brother right here, man.
SHEDEUR.
You know what I mean? Like that's what we really here for. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy Classic, he throwing him in verses. You know, my boy Souls, he first time when I first met him, he came in with that on, man. He had that shit on, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I told him, man, shit. Because I'm looking at them playing at Jackson State in the HBCU, and I ain't see. I mean, you look better than the HBCU players. Then you leave there to get the job over here in Colorado, which I felt that was a ploy. We can talk about it now if you want to. I felt like they was nervous with the NIL coming into play, that Dion was going to pull a lot of that talent. When he snatched up Travis Hunter from Florida State, they thought that was going to be a slippery slope. They say, man, we got to stop this man here. We got to stop this man here. We got to stop him.
They did want to stop him.
They wanted to stop him. Then they saw the flood of talent that was starting to come to HBCU. They was like, man, they was getting nervous. Like, man, they're going to leave all the PWIs. They're going to leave all the Power 5 schools and start going to these HBCUs. They had to shut that down. They had to shut that down. So I was with my boy Charleston White when he first was talking about it. I don't like the way he was talking about Prime, but I do like his message. If you can see the underlying message and you know what he was trying to say, besides the anger, what he was trying to articulate was what he did for HBCUs. It was going to be a flood of talent coming to HBCUs to where they won't have to start, because it was only going to be a couple more years. It'd have been a big noon It'd have been a big noon. A lot of that talent, on Fox. You know what? Once you start sliding from them ESPN 3s and ESPN U's and start getting prime time on ESPN, it's gonna be another day. I'm not the one to say it would have happened. I'm just saying they had to stop him though. They had to stop him, my boy. They had to stop him, my boy. They had to stop him. So when he came from Jackson State and slid on over to Colorado, I saw it, I seen it, but in the big games, I couldn't see it. So I'm telling my boys, like, I don't see it, dog. I don't think he liked that. I said, I don't think he liked that. I don't think he liked that. But when I seen him in his first pro game, the one thing I like, bro, is when you can get, even as a black man, when you can get any success in a game when somebody stopped the deck, when somebody stopped the deck and you still get some success, and people still look at you like, yeah, that wasn't a good outing, bro, but guess what? You know what I'm saying? Like, they making excuses for you like that because they said, damn, he did look pretty good, bro. Until the Ravens, like, clamped down on his ass. He did look good, bro. But this right here, what we seeing right there on the screen right now, TEZ, I'm gonna let you take it, bro.
Well, there's a couple of things to unpack here. The first one is you threw a rookie quarterback in who only had 2 years of the top Division I football into the game against one of the toughest defenses in the NFL. On top of it, this is a rookie quarterback who did not have any first team reps the entire time that he's been on the team. He hasn't played a single rep with the first team. On top of him not playing any reps with the first team, he hasn't gotten hit in 9 weeks. On top of not getting hit in 9 weeks, he literally said on the podium, I think that's the first pass I've ever thrown to Jerry Jeudy, the number 1 wide receiver on the team. Then everyone's acting like this is SHEDEUR Sanders' debut. SHEDEUR Sanders came into the game as an emergency backup. Dylan Gabriel got injured. Dylan Gabriel wasn't benched. He had a concussion, and he's not going to be back because he's in concussion protocol right now. SHEDEUR Sanders is not starting because Kevin Stefanski wants to give him a chance to show his talents in Cleveland. SHEDEUR Sanders is starting because they don't have anyone else. SHEDEUR Sanders is starting because Kevin Stefanski also needs to save his back. You let Joe Flacco walk. Then not only did you let him walk, you traded him to an inter-division rival in your own state. You did this to try to piss off Mike Tomlin because for whatever reason, Kevin Stefanski doesn't like Mike Tomlin. This is not giving SHEDEUR a chance to succeed. This is torpedoing. They've had 452 quarterbacks since they started in the league.
Bro, can I say this? You know this jackass said that Gabriel's going to be playing next week.
Gabriel's in concussion protocol. He won't be.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Go ahead. I just want to throw that in there. Keep going, bro.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Kevin Stefanski can say whatever he wants because nobody believes him. Rex Ryan, former Cowboys head coach Rex Ryan, said that this is all a ruse, and that if you were a head coach of a football team, you would never do this. We're talking about Rex Ryan, the guy that also coached Captain Butt Fumble Mark Sanchez. Okay, we're talking about a guy who normally does not side with any of these types of guys, even
No.
saying it. Rex Ryan doesn't normally side with any of these kinds of guys. I mean, and I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all. This was not a situation that, it didn't look good. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm not deriding nobody. Shedeur didn't look great, but
No.
what do you expect from a guy that's essentially been throwing to equipment managers for the last 10, 11 weeks?
Mm.
Have you seen the videos of practice? He's throwing to equipment managers. He's not throwing at football players.
Bruh, let me tell you something. Bruh, what I feel deep down in my heart. All of those things that I said from that point from the beginning of his career to that game, that is exactly the excuse that can be used in not wanting him to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. But at what point do you take a Dylan Gabriel after 4 games of no productivity whatsoever and say, hey, next week we're gonna run SHEDEUR. We're gonna give him some first team snaps.
If they were going to run SHEDEUR, they would have ran him 2 weeks ago.
I understand that. And I understand everything. So there's 3 things on the table. Let's talk about this. Now look, this is IE, an example. Kevin Stefanski is a good head coach. Kevin Stefanski makes good decisions. He's trying to sabotage SHEDEUR Sanders.
Well, I mean, what head coach comes out and says, I didn't pick him?
Right. Now hold on. Let's say this. These are the 3 things. Kevin Stefanski is a good head coach. Okay? Kevin Stefanski makes good decisions. Kevin Stefanski is trying to sabotage SHEDEUR Sanders. Now, if Kevin Stefanski is a good head coach, any head coach would say, and anybody would agree, hey, backup quarterbacks do not get a lot of reps. Dylan Gabriel is a young quarterback. He needs all the reps that he can get with the starting squad. Okay. Now, Kevin Stefanski makes good decisions. A good decision would be, yes, I have 2 young quarterbacks. One was my choice, the other wasn't my choice. Now explain this to me. If you have an opportunity and you know that you need a quarterback, why did you wait to the 3rd round to get Dylan Gabriel? A guy that went to Oregon, a guy that's short and has a noodle arm. Why did you go and grab him? So Kevin Stefanski is a good head coach. Kevin Stefanski makes good decisions. He's trying to sabotage SHEDEUR Sanders. One cancels out the other. But this still stands alone. Even if you don't want him, shouldn't you still want the Cleveland Browns to succeed?
No.
And Dylan Gabriel is not that good decision.
Well, here's the other problem. Let's not talk about SHEDEUR Sanders. Let's not talk about Dylan Gabriel. Let's talk about the fact that everyone else on the team, including the captain, Myles Garrett, wants SHEDEUR Sanders to be the starting quarterback. Let's talk about the fact that the receivers aren't getting balls like they're supposed to. Let's talk about the fact that, like, if you're in fantasy football, you had to drop just about the entire Cleveland Browns offense except for Quinshon Judkins. So you mean the rest of the offense isn't viable at all?
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me that you have Jerry Jeudy and you can't get him the football?
Yeah.
Averaging 3 catches per game. What? Listen, I would hazard a guess to argue that with a decent quarterback, Jerry Jeudy is top 10 receivers in the league.
Mm.
I would hazard a guess to argue that Myles Garrett is top 3 guys in the league. I would hazard a guess to argue that Judkins is top 10 running backs in the league. But hey, who am I but a guy that watches football and plays it? You know, who am I? Who am I to say what should happen and what shouldn't happen? All I know is I saw 4 winnable games by the Cleveland Browns where they either one weren't coached into it, or 2 did not have the right talent on the field to execute the right plays. That is a coaching problem.
So you're saying, wait. So you're saying that Kevin Stefanski is not a good head coach?
Good head coaches win football games.
Okay. So let's take that away. Okay. So Kevin Stefanski makes good decisions.
I mean, he let the starting quarterback walk away to a division rival who is going to the playoffs.
So it's very clear. So what are we to do as fans? As this, I know we can scream Bloody Mary and have outrage, but I really want to know what's going to happen here. What's going to happen?
Sanders probably gets traded to the Dallas Cowboys and is a backup to Dak Prescott until he gets injured.
That's too much star power.
I don't see. I mean, but Jerry Jones is down for it. Yeah. He'll pay the money. I don't see SHEDEUR Sanders being a star in Cleveland. Do you?
No. But what I want to say is that they did get approved for a new stadium.
They got approved for a stadium.
They did make money off of the jersey sales. I really think that there was some collusion. I think that there was some collusion. There was something that was going on during the draft. There was some collusion that was going on, and it was definitely, I think, all right, this is my conspiracy theory. This is Plugg's conspiracy theory, okay? And I'm going to share it with you guys. You know what I mean? They held SHEDEUR to the 5th round because no one has ever watched the draft into the 5th round. You know what I'm saying?
Most people stop watching the draft after round 3.
I would. That is wishful thinking, sir. I think after the 1st round and the 2nd choice of your respective team, they're gone. They don't care about after the 2nd pick. They don't care. They're gone. They're gone. Everybody
also depends on how deep the draft is. Last year's draft wasn't that deep.
It wasn't, especially quarterback deep.
No,
like I didn't even think that Jackson Dart was even that. He was a big shocker. And if anybody tells me different, I'm gonna look at you and say, bro, you don't watch no college football, do you?
Didn't they just get? He just got fired.
Dayball?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Classic, you're right. We got Big Skull said. He said, wait till they play the best team in the division and give them reps. That's setting up, especially going against the Ravens defense. That's true.
I'm point this out again, Scope. They didn't wait to give him reps. He was an emergency quarterback.
Yeah.
Dillon Gabriel got injured. SHEDEUR was not even supposed to see the field in the game. Stefanski had no choice. Second of all, go look back at the film. Look at the body language of Stefanski after Dillon Gabriel gets injured. He did not want to put SHEDEUR Sanders in the game. Matter of fact, the only reason why we even knew that SHEDEUR Sanders was going in the game was because Dillon Gabriel went in the tent.
Okay, let me say this. A part of my conspiracy theory, Mr. TEZ, and I want to say this. The longer you keep him on the sideline, the more time. there's been more people showing up to the game with their 12 signs than ever before. Their attendance has been out of the roof. They had just got approved for that new stadium. They made money off of the jerseys because that partnership goes 3 ways. Him, Cleveland Browns, NFL. He made 12. What did Cleveland make? They made money. No one shows up to Cleveland games, bro. I got a cousin in Cleveland. I said, bro, you go to the Cleveland Brown games? That was his answer. He didn't even give me a yes or no.
Well, I will say national viewership went up of their game as soon as people found out that he was coming in the game.
Yes, without a doubt.
Number 2.
So they know they're not stupid to the fact that this kid has star power.
And secondly, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now if dude could have held on to the football. Or the fact that the Ravens were offsides on that same play. They were offsides. It was blatantly offsides. They didn't call. Like, it wasn't like he was standing still either. He had a running start offsides. They didn't call the penalty. The funniest thing about it is they barely even talked about it in the press conference. We saw it. Then the ESPN saw it and brought it up. Or the fact that, once again, the receiver should have held on to that ball. That was a good ball. That was a touchdown ball. SHEDEUR threw a good football, and nobody wants to talk about it because he made a mistake going in the game, unprepared, unwarmed up. You know how hard it is to go into a game as a starting quarterback or a starting player anywhere you haven't even played yet today?
Yeah.
You haven't played yet today. You didn't have dynamic warm-ups. You know what a dynamic warm-up is? A dynamic warm-up is the difference between going out, stretching, and smiling for the cameras, and then sweating before the game starts.
Yes.
A dynamic warm-up means you're out there leading drills, being a captain, and getting ready for the game to get to be played.
Right.
You know what I mean? He came in the third quarter after the defense got done doing the defensive thing. He didn't even come in at the beginning of the third quarter. It's not like they kicked the ball off and he walked onto the field with the lights on his helmet. He went in like 4 minutes, 5 minutes into the third quarter, ready to go do something. And yeah, he made a mistake at the beginning. Third. We're going to talk about install packages. We're going to talk about slides. We're going to talk about protection, right? Well, if they're not used to any of this man's calls or how he sounds or how he moves around because they haven't taken any reps with him, they're not going to know. Every quarterback has their own calls. Every quarterback has things that make them safe. For example, everyone remembers the famous Omaha.
Yeah.
Inning. Everybody remembers that. You know what I mean? SHEDEUR hasn't had time to make any of these. He hasn't had to do any of this stuff. None whatsoever. And I'm not, like I said, once again, I am not making excuses for people not winning football games. What I'm here to tell you is that there are semantics in preparation. Stefanski never had any intention of SHEDEUR playing football this season. Because if he would have done it when Dylan Gabriel went 7 for like 23 the other night. Come on, you don't have time. He was throwing the ball into the dirt. Okay.
He wants out. The pressure of people, like when bro, like from the beginning, like who in the hell talks like week 1, 2, and 3? Who in the hell allows the third string quarterback to be spoken to by the media?
No one.
Who does that?
No one.
Who in the hell does that? Let's say Big Sco say Jerry wouldn't do it because of him and Dion problems. He wouldn't do it. You damn right he wouldn't.
Jerry
Cole say Cleveland's where quarterbacks go to die. He said Baker wasn't this Baker in Cleveland either. Well, he was the first 2 or 3 seasons. They say, yeah, definitely stop watching after the Ravens make their picks in the first and second round. Yeah, most definitely, bro. That's everybody. So that's a part of my conspiracy theory. They used him, and he made money off of that. And then they allowed him to sell his jersey on his own website. Well, he probably doubled up on that money that they say he made.
Yep.
Now you're talking about the ad share and revenue that they're making due to the fact that now ticket sales is going up, which means parking is going up, which means merchandise is going up, which means concessions is going up. Everything is going up. They're making money off the back of this young man. They're using him. And I'm going to say this. He's not oblivious. He's not oblivious because I know daddies. And I know Prime. And Prime love his boys. And ain't nowhere in hell that he's going to allow the not for long league to exploit his son.
This is I'm gonna say this. And
He says it's out of his hand.
Stand it. Baker Mayfield, Mac Jones, Daniel Jones, to a lesser degree Jimmy G. You have Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy. I mean, the list. Even Geno in Seattle, Sam Darnold. We're talking about guys who just are in the wrong atmosphere sometimes.
Yeah.
If you're in the wrong atmosphere to play a sport or to be on a team, if you're in the wrong atmosphere, you will not flourish. The concrete rose is a myth. Okay? The concrete rose is a myth. Let's just keep it real. The grass waters the grass is greener where you water it. The grass is greener. So we got an example. We got Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was trash in Cleveland. That's why he's not there anymore. Johnny Manziel was trash in Cleveland. That's why he's not there anymore. Tim Couch was trash in Cleveland. That's why they're not there anymore. Joe Flacco was not Joe Flacco that we know in Cleveland. I mean, we're not even going to talk about the hand jobber. We're not going to talk about him. Okay, we can talk about everything else.
We just call him D-Dub. We'll call him D-Dub.
You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, if you are on a team and they don't appreciate you, they don't want you there, they don't like your antics, they don't like your style, or any of those things, you won't flourish. And I'm all for taking these reps and also being very positive while doing it. I wouldn't be this way, I'm sure. I wouldn't be as politically correct as he has been. I wouldn't laugh it off. But again, we're not talking about somebody like me. We're talking about somebody whose father is Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about somebody who understands that, yes, I have had a silver spoon in my mouth since the day I was born. It does not mean that I can't play football, or that I don't want to play football, or that I don't want to win. What it does mean is the onus is on me in a way that's not going to be on somebody else. Because we could talk about Cam Ward not having a very good season. We could do
At
that
all. At all.
We talk about Bryce Young fading into the darkness. You know,
Bryce Young
about
ball.
a lot of these things. You know,
Bryce Young ball.
I'm just saying that for a first game, almost winning the game against the Ravens, if his receiver held onto the football, we wouldn't be having the same conversation if the receiver would have held onto the football. We wouldn't. We would not be having this conversation. Because then they would have won the game would have been over, and they would have been like, oh, SHEDEUR, I'll give him a chance. But it's okay. It's fine. This is good cinema. I want to see what happens. I want to see how they put this together. Oh, also, the offensive line's blocking schemes were absolutely terrible. They weren't blocking people.
What? Horrible.
So that's just, I mean, there isn't too much to say there because there wasn't a whole lot of football being played by the offense. And hopefully that there is this next coming up week, because I think that he can be a talent in the NFL, and I think that he does have what it takes. I think that his pedigree is there. I think his humility is there, even though I'm not a big fan of that word. I think that his work ethic is definitely there. He was the only one practicing in between OTAs and the preseason, and he did so every single day. Well, they like to live stream stuff. So do I. All of these players that are commentating for generations, all of these players that are commenting, like you're mad because the guy the guy's family has decided that they want to control their own narrative when it comes to media. Just saying, man. I'm just saying. I'm not on a hype train, but I'm also not ignorant to the way the sport works. I'm not ignorant to the way that the coaches coach. I'm not ignorant to opportunities that are given and opportunities that are forced. This was a forced opportunity. Let's call a spade a spade.
I can dig it.
Like, well, next man up. Look, as a football player, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. And I want y'all, if y'all have sensitive ears, please take them away, because a man is talking, and a man is talking about a sport like football. That next man up stuff is bullshit. It's bullshit. If you are not good, we know you're not good. If you're not great, we know you're not great. Saying next man up is not going to make you any better than it would have if you would have just walked out there and started the game. Matter of fact, next man up might make you worse. Some people might ask how. I'm gonna tell you how.
Hold on, my brother.
Trust me. He's the best quarterback in the room. I have a PhD in quarterbacking, and I say it here loud and clear. Nobody knows quarterback play like me. I don't give a damn what nobody say, because I done played with a bunch of them.
14.
He's better than Dylan Gabriel. He's better than Kenny Pickett. He's better than an old Joe Flacco that's going to give you 3-4 games but can't give you 17. He's better than that.
That's a valid point.
And Deshaun Watson is, he's rehabbing, so he's out in the back room somewhere. That's the way I look at it. I have a PhD in quarterback.
And that is the great Keyshawn Johnson. Also an ex-Buccaneer. Won a championship with us back in 2001, 2002. And my man said he got a PhD in quarterbacks. PhD. And he say that this young man is better than Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, or any damn thing else he got over there. A couple of months ago, I'd have told him, you a damn psychopath. But now, I believe you, brother. I believe you, brother. I believe you, brother. I showed up there.
Let me tell you. This is just one of those stories that we're going to hear. This is one of those stories we're going to hear. This is good cinema. And the NFL is all about cinema, and it has been since the 90s.
Joe Flacco, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I can't agree that he's better than Joe.
Joe Flacco is not a Cleveland Brown.
Joe, the year before last, Joe Flacco won Comeback Player of the Year. And I agree with those sentiments because he actually got Cleveland to the playoffs. And then he was traded off. Let him go. To the Indianapolis Colts, which threw me off. Because they really had this faith in Deshaun Watson. Well, I don't think it's faith. I think it's more paper, more money. You know what I mean? And Deshaun Watson, or D-Dub, what we're going to call him. You don't want to hit booty tickler. So, again, Kevin Stefanski's a good head coach. He makes good decisions. When they sabotage him, SHEDEUR Sanders. I'll just say this. Because, my boy TEZ, you see he ain't got no smiles, no shits, and no giggles. Because this is a game that him and I fucking love it to the core. This anything else, like we suffer the most. We bury ourselves in our work. From the time when basketball is done, because basketball is a great buffer for when football ends. And that time when basketball ends until August, the second week of August, we suffer inside.
Well, I mean, I don't suffer as much anymore. One, because I get to play myself, but also there's other things like the UFL that I do enjoy. But it's like it's kind of fun watching some of the guys get more chances, and like AJ McCarron did playing with my St. Louis Battlehawks. You know what I mean? It's a little bit fun watching the upper tier teams in those types of games, as well as all of the minor league football teams that do exist around the world. I'm pretty involved in the football world around away, not just with the NFL, but away from the NFL. So for me, I get to have all of that. I'm also a pretty big baseball fan. I was a baseball player as well. I get to enjoy some baseball uninterrupted by the sports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. It's good practice. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I don't stop. It's because I feel like when I stop, I'm stopped. When I stop, I'm stopped. It's over at that point.
Yeah.
I would love to see parity when it comes to like this type of stuff. But let's face it, the NFL's got so much money, so much riding on their product, that they're going to do with their product what they want to do with their product. And I don't think anybody can blame them for doing with their product what they want to do with their product. But what I can blame them on is sometimes the cinema is damaging to the player in more ways than one. And
so I say this though. The sport that we love so much, man. The guys that we respect, they go and put on these pads, whether it's on offense or defense, special teams, or even the practice squad. We salute you. We salute you, my brother. We love this game. And now it's turned from sports to sports entertainment.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to take these things with a grain of salt. And I also say that, hey, the WWE is still alive.
It's theater. Like, don't get me wrong. There's some legitimate athletes in here, but like a lot of it is people pulling the strings behind closed doors.
Of course. And don't think these young men don't step away and walk away from the game without a bag of money. Hush, man. NBAs. But man, TEZ, man, I truly appreciate you coming on, man. No better person to do these two segments with than you, my brother, because you're a fellow Buccaneer fan just like myself. Die hard, most definitely. Politics as usual, my boy. Classic politics as usual for sure. And I really truly appreciate you coming up here. It was hard to talk about it because at the end of the day, like, we've had some great coaches, and I do put Todd in that realm of good coaches. And we just need some tweaks. But I think we would do so much better if we had an offensive-minded head coach and just let him be the defensive coordinator. Just let him worry about his defense and with worrying about his defense and not having to worry about the entire team. I think we'll be a better squad if we did so.
And it is really hard to. Let me just say this for people that don't understand. Football is not easy. It's not easy. It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak-minded. Football is a sport of collision. It is not a contact sport. It is a catastrophe sport. It is a sport where you get into it and you just got in 15 car crashes today. It is a sport where you get into it and you're risking life and liberty. It's a sport where if you get into it and if you lack a certain amount of aggression, you are going to get ran over by any and every other player that is there. And that is football in general. That is all the way from Pop Warner and Pee Wee football, all the way to the NFL and the adult flag football leagues. Aggression rules this sport. And every time they try to take aggression out of the sport is when the sport suffers. And the sport is suffering because you can't open your mouth. You can't talk anybody. You can't talk crazy. You can't taunt. You can't use any psychological advantages to get inside people's heads other than looking away from them and running your mouth. And that's what cowards do. So if you want the sport to get better, if you want opportunities to get better for people, you need to allow them to have a natural amount of aggression in the sport. Imagine if they told people, well, people getting hit in the head causes concussions. In boxing, you will now be penalized a point every time you punch somebody in the face.
And that, folks, after that, we really ain't got nothing to say, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. If y'all catch the replay, check out my boy TEZ 24 at the TEZ Down. You know, my boy put out great content, man. I appreciate last night he allowed me to come on the platform, me and Soft Rain, to be a part of that. You know what I mean? We gotta really find more information on what happened in that second video with the young man from Houston. That really had me bothered today. I just didn't have time to go dive deep into that.
I thought y'all would, I figured y'all would enjoy that, being down there and being able to see a lot of the stuff that we see and how things move around there. Because I know that like every different city and every different area have people move in different ways. And the way that this thing boiled down, I don't think we got all the information from it, and we do need to look at it again.
For sure. Y'all have a wonderful night. We'll get at y'all next Monday. Next Monday, I take that back. Next Monday, we'll be back. We'll be back next Monday. I'll be sure of it. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna be coming back in from Chicago. I'm gonna make that happen. It'll probably be me and Belly Bands, and I'm gonna try to get TEZ on the show as well with me and Belly Bands. If he is available, I hope he's available. If he's available, I will have TEZ and Belly Bands on Uncle Plugg Sports on Monday. Definitely. We might go earlier than usual, but we're going to do it. We're going to try to make it shake. So y'all have a wonderful night. Y'all be blessed. And as always, be blessed to be Plugg.